With multiplayer being such a big focus and selling point of many modern games, I do tend to admire it when developers double down on delivering a strong, well fleshed out single player experience. And that is exactly what you get with Horizon Zero Dawn. You've got a lot going on at once, and somehow it manages to just seamlessly come together as one cohesive open world adventure. So breaking it down, the story. At the beginning of the game there's a lot of mystery behind the current situation of Earth. Animalistic machines now appear to have spread across the environment, and humanity has regressed back into a tribal state. What this results in is an interesting blend of sci-fi and nomadic themes, where you have this very advanced tech around humans that have no hope of fully understanding it. And so in this more primal civilization, superstition is built up around the machines by those that hunt and fear them. Amongst this fascinating premise is Aloy, who serves as the main protagonist for the game. She works very well as a character you can root for. Since birth she's been an outsider, desperate to be accepted by a tribe while being rejected as an outcast. She grows up being taught by an experienced survivalist, and by the time she comes of age, she's able to participate in the Proving. And from this very personal story, the narrative then expands into something much larger than Aloy. You gradually begin to unravel the secrets behind what led to the world ending up like this. The game manages to convey its narrative through cinematic cutscenes, but also the more understated character interactions that you have a role in guiding. You can choose to make Aloy react intelligently, emotionally, or aggressively in certain situations. So that's just one part of what makes up Zero Dawn, but what about the gameplay? First and foremost, fighting machines is fun, especially if they're big. Aloy is very skilled with a bow and arrow, which you can use to target the weak points on machines. Sometimes this might just mean removing a piece of armour, but sometimes you end up causing a satisfying chain reaction where the machine will suddenly burst into flame or be engulfed in ice. If you're the kind of player who likes to go in prepared, you can scan machines ahead of time to see where the weak points are and what elements are best used. So by elements I mean you can use fire arrows to burn over time, electricity to incapacitate, and frost to, well, freeze. And you aren't limited to just a bow and arrow. Other weapons like this tripwire can be used to lure machines into traps. You do also have the option to go in for a melee strike, though this is best used when the machine has been knocked over. One of my favourite tricks is the machine override. An early use of this is to take over a strider that you can then use as a horse. Very cool. But later on you can do some very interesting stuff. What you're seeing right here is me hunting two massive thunderjaws. How can I even think to fight these things? Well, by sneaking up to one of them, overriding it, then getting it to shoot the other one to pieces. When you take down machines you can loot them for these modifications. These modifications can then be equipped to your armour and weapons, adding an interesting RPG aspect to the game. Graphically the game speaks for itself. It's a great combination of technical prowess combined with artistic beauty. It's not just an engine that works for one environment type either. Whether you're in a snowy mountain or a barren desert, the game looks great. Horizon Zero Dawn delivers on both quality and quantity. Aloy is a compelling protagonist, the story is very interesting, the combat is dynamic, and the graphics are astonishing. 9 post-apocalyptic giant metal killer birds out of 10. I've been Archivist with yet another quickfire review.